welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Sarah and this is My Blessed Kitchen. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a delicious country style pot roast. If you want to know how I make this delicious recipe, just stay with me and let's get started. Let's go ahead and get started on our ingredients. I'm using a 3-pound chuck roast. Chuck roast is fatty is cut. It just tastes the best for roasts, okay? I'm using a steak seasoning, or you can use salt and pepper if you like. 1 can of beef broth, and then I'm using some Merlot. This is 6 ounces of wine. If you're not using wine, or if you don't want to use wine, then you can always use a can of crushed tomatoes and then add in 1/4 of a teaspoon of vinegar. Okay, red wine vinegar is fine. Then you're gonna have a teaspoon of beef bouillon, 5 minced garlic cloves. I'm using 1 pound of carrots, 1 whole large onion, 6 stalks of celery, some parsley flakes, 4 potatoes, and some flour for dusting your meat. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, with our beef, just like to just dry it off the best you can, okay? And then just go ahead and add liberally salt and pepper or your steak seasoning. This is a big cut of meat, okay? Just on all sides. Now I like to go ahead and just add some accent. Just brings out more of the flavor of your meat. Now at this time, you want to go ahead and have your pan getting really hot. I'm using a Dutch oven, and the oil that's getting hot, I'm using about 2 tablespoons of oil. Now I'm going to bring our flour over, and we're just going to flour him on all sides. Alright, so you want your pan nice and hot, okay? We're gonna go over to the pan to see if our oil is ready for us. Let me wash up and I'll bring you with me. Your pan's nice and hot. You see a lot of the shimmering going on, okay? So you know it's hot. Let's go ahead and put them right in there. We're gonna leave them in about 5 minutes on each side, okay? So we're gonna have them seared nicely and start on the veggies. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this over now. Then 5 minutes on the timer. Look how pretty that side is. Came out really nice. Okay, now this side is looking nice and pretty. This side's a lot smaller, so we're just gonna leave it here for 2 minutes, okay? And then I'll see you back. All right, let's go ahead and flip it big side down. Okay. All right, 5 minutes for the big side. See you back in a bit. All right, let's go ahead and flip it over to the final side. Okay, so we're getting all the corners. Be very careful. All right, so I'm gonna do this bottom side for 2 minutes, this top side for 2 minutes, and then we'll go to the next step. All right, we'll go ahead and take this out now. I'm just gonna take just a little bit of this oil out because it rendered more. Okay. All right, we're left with about 2 tablespoons. And at this time, we're gonna add the onion and the celery. We are not gonna add the potatoes and the carrots until an hour before the roast is ready, okay? I'm gonna add about 1/4 of a teaspoon of thyme. If you have fresh, use fresh. And some parsley flakes, about a teaspoon, okay? You want to flavor in layers. We'll put a little bit of salt. Okay, we're gonna deglaze the pan. We're gonna add our garlic. Okay. I'm gonna put our meat back in. Just make a little way for him, okay? At this time, we're gonna add our wine and our beef broth. Again, if you're not using wine, you can use a can of tomato, okay? And the smell is amazing. Okay, go ahead and add your beef bouillon. Go ahead and give it a taste. That's delicious already. I'm gonna cover this up. I'm gonna put it in a 375-degree oven for 3 hours. Then we'll take it out, put the potatoes and the carrots in, put it back in for another hour, and then we'll be finished. I'm gonna put this in the oven and we'll see you after a bit. All right, at this time, with our cut potatoes, I just left a little bit of the skin on it, so just be a little rustic. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of olive oil, vegetable oil, whatever oil you have. You don't want to just put the potatoes and the carrots on top of the roast because it's just going to be flavorless. We're going to season these just a little bit. So about a teaspoon of the beef bouillon. Don't oversalt this because you're going to have your gravy too, okay? You just want flavor in every part of your roast. I'm using some rice wine vinegar, just a splash. It brings forth a beautiful flavor. I'm also going to use some accent and some parsley flakes. Men overboard. Season with some pepper. Quick toss. So we'll just go over it real quick. After the 3 hours, we're gonna bring the pot roast out. We're gonna add this on, cover it back up again for another hour, okay? We'll get there in just a bit. All right, so what I'm gonna do at this time is I'm gonna go ahead and cover it with some foil so our potatoes won't oxidize, and then we'll see you back in a few. All right, see you back in a bit. All right, we just got this out of the oven. It is super hot. We're gonna go ahead and add our vegetables at this time. The meat is already pretty tender. It's just gonna get better. Okay, just go ahead and put these in. Alrighty, 1 more hour and we are done. See you back in a few. All right, we got this out of the oven. Well, the meat is just pulling apart. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna check our potatoes. They're fork tender. The fork just went straight through. Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna go ahead and plate, and then for the best part. Okay, we're just gonna bring this meat over. Let's see. Look how tender that is. It's just pulling straight apart. Yummy. Jojo, you ready for some pot roast? And now for the best part. You gotta get the best bite. Carrots, meat, potato. Salute. That's the best pot roast. So delicious. I am super excited for you to try this recipe. If you like this video in any way, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, from my blessed kitchen to yours. Bye.
Y con tus labios rosados yo me muero por una prueba de placer. Siempre que estoy a tu lado, lo que siento nadie más lo podrá saber.